Okay, so today I am going to show you how to assemble your BocaShade to be ready for mounting on your boat equipped with either a hard top or a soft top. This is what it's going to look like once we're done with the assembly. Okay, so this is how you assemble the crank handle assembly. Here's the crank handle, here's the spacer. Make sure you align this hole right here to the threaded hole that's on the crank handle. Put it in there. Okay, this is the set screw. And here's the Allen wrench. You just put a little bit of okay. Okay, then you clean that off with a rag, and this is your quick release pin. Now that's complete. Okay, so this is how you would assemble the end cross tube. This is where the canvas would loop around and go to the final assembly. So I'm going to show you how to put the elbows onto each end of the tube. All right. So remove one set screw. There's a threaded hole here, and there's a hole here. Put that in. All the way in, it's aligned. Okay. Don't put too much, just a small dab should be enough. And you want to leave about 1/8 of an inch above the surface of the tube so it can't come out. All right. Then I'm going to flip this over and do the same thing to the other side. Make sure the elbows are pointing the same way, the same direction. All right, so now we will assemble the mid-cross tube. You have the tube, you have two sets of collars, and one goes on each end. All right, so let's go ahead and remove the two socket head cap screws, and also remove the set screw from here. Set it to the side. Align the threaded hole to the hole on the tube. Perfect. All right. So take your set screw and add just a dab of red Loctite. You can see it there. Don't overdo it. All right, make sure you leave about 1/8 of an inch above the surface of the tube so the collar is now trapped and it can't come out. All right, just clean off a little bit of here and you're done. Repeat the same for the other side. All right, so now I will show you how to assemble the canvas roller tube assembly. It will come to you just like you see it here, except you will now have to assemble the two gudgeons. They are different in a sense that you have one side with the pin. That's the side that will go opposite of the gearbox. And then this side without the pin, that's the side that will go into the gearbox. Okay, so for this particular shade, we will put the gudgeon on this side. Remove your screw. Slide in there. Get the thread started, and then just tighten it up. Okay. On this side, remove the screw. it in. Okay. Tighten it up. Now, remove the set screw. This is the pin that will go on the opposite side of the gearbox. Okay, we'll show you how to do that later. Let's get some Loctite. Align a threaded hole on the pin to the hole on the gudgeon. Just get your set screw started. Apply just a little red Loctite. And screw it all the way in until it's flushed. Clean up excess Loctite. You're done. Okay, so the next step is to lay everything out. You have your telescopic tube on this side, your other telescopic tube on this side. You have your canvas with the roller tube and the gudgeons assembled. Here you have your mid-cross tube, the collars assembled. And then here you have the end cross tube with the elbows assembled. Okay? Go ahead and extend your telescopic tube. Make sure the pins are popped. Yeah. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, make sure the pins are popped. Lay it out. Now, this is a short J bracket that will go onto the side that is opposite of your gearbox and to receive the pin from the gudgeon that you put together earlier. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on. Remove the socket head cap screws. Assemble it to your J bracket. Just go ahead and get it snug for now. Okay? Alright, make sure this is flush. This is flush to your black bushing. Alright? And the lock pin is essentially in the center of your C bracket. Alright? Go to the other side. Grab your gearbox assembly. It will arrive to you essentially like this. Remove the 2 socket head cap screws. And assemble it to the fixed tube. You don't need to tighten it at this point, just go ahead and snug it in. And again, make sure this is flush to the black bushing. Alright? Just get it snug. You may have to do some adjustment after. Okay, once that's done, remove the set screw from the gearbox assembly. Alright, set it to the side. and grab the gudgeon and slide it through and align the hole. For now, you just want to go ahead and leave it in there, in place. All right. Come to this side. Want to go ahead and sit in place, okay? Now, let's move to the middle part. This is the mid-cross tube. You want to go ahead and remove the outside collar. Set it here. And do that for this other side as well. This is the side with the set screw. You want to go put it on the bottom side because the canvas will be on the top side and you don't want the canvas to be rubbing the sharp edges of the set screw. So that set of collar goes here. Now, let's go ahead and put the screw in place and get the thread started. You don't need to tighten it at this point. And do the same thing here. Okay. Let's go to the other side. And do the same thing. For now, you just want to snug it. You make your final adjustment later. All right? All right. Let's go ahead and put this back. Okay. Next, we want to go ahead and unfurl the canvas. Flip this lever up on the gearbox to disengage the roller from the gearbox assembly and just pull it out. Right. This is the end cross tube that was built earlier. You're going to slide it through the loop, come out the other side. Okay. Here is the set screw. Go ahead and remove that and insert it into the end telescopic tube. Okay, that went in just fine. For now, just get it started so it stays together. Okay? Let's go to the other side. Do the same thing. Remove the set screw. Slide it in there. Okay, now it's all assembled loosely, but not yet fully tightened. All right. So now we can go ahead and put the canvas in tension. Put this lever back down. You can hear that lock. That means it's pretty much assembled, and we can now make final adjustment and tighten up the screws. So we can go ahead and start with this side, the mid-cross tube. What you want to do is make a measurement of 4 inches from outside to outside between the collar and the black bushing. So right now I'm at 4 3/4. Let's move it in. Now you have 4 inches. Okay, make sure you keep your spacing of your collar on the top side and your bottom side about the same. All right, let's double check ourselves here. 4 inches. Then tighten it up. All right. At 4 inches, it aligns with the Velcro to strap around the mid-cross tube. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's make a measurement here. All right, we're about 4 1/8. That's 4 inches right there. Okay. Check the gap. It's about the same. 4 inches. Move it up just a little more. You want to keep it even, so when it's retracted, it's even. We're right on 4 inches. All right. Now, as you can see, the Velcro is here. It's perfectly aligned with your mid-cross tube. Okay. Going back to this side, let's move the frame over just a little bit here. Right? We don't want this J bracket at an angle, so it could cause a bind. So you just want to make sure that it's perpendicular to the flat surface here, which it is, and it's also flush here. And then just go ahead and tighten it up. All right. Then we come to this other side with the gearbox. It looks pretty much straight, and we're just going to go ahead and tighten it up. And now, you basically have an assembled frame. Okay? At this point, you're ready to take it to your boat top and strap it down to do the installation on the top. You don't want to put Loctite at this point at the set screws because you may have to do some minor adjustment once everything is on the boat top. Alright? Now, we can go ahead and collapse this whole thing by popping the pins here, and also the pin over here. Flip the lever so that we can actuate and turn and just roll everything in. Okay? Go ahead and pop this other pin here so we can retract. The next stage, slide it back. Pop the pin, slide it back just a little bit. And now, go ahead and roll the whole, the second stage back in. Once you're in all the way, flip the lever so you can lock it so it doesn't come back out. Okay. Now the crank handle that was assembled earlier can go ahead and be assembled here. And then you can go ahead and crank the rest of the slack up. Now this assembly is ready to be taken to the boat top for the second part of installation. Thank you for watching the video.